Hey guys, welcome to this 14-minute daily stretch. Go ahead and come into child's pose. Just take some deep breaths here and ground yourself for this stretch. Now slowly come up onto your all fours. Here we're going to take some cat-cow, using your breath, rounding your back, chin to chest, and now looking up and arching for 2, 3, 4, 5, and now take some rotations clockwise as I'm doing here for 4 each side, and let's go anti-clockwise for 4. So now you're going to go ahead and fold over your left knee, getting a lovely deep stretch all across your side. So you should really feel this down your right side. And now we're going to switch over to the other side, feeling a lovely deep stretch right down our left side. So now we're going to slowly ease out of this stretch and just shrug your shoulders, roll them back. Now we're going to raise our arms, interlace our fingers, and just stretch again over to the right hand side. And over to the left. And slowly come back to the middle, just giving your shoulders a good roll out. Hopefully you felt that, because I definitely did. Now the next stretch is coming into our downward dog. Here you just want to pedal your feet up and down, and you also want to take your feet to the edges of your mat and just bending one knee at a time, working into your calves, working into your hamstrings. Guys, remember, it's totally fine to keep a bend in your knee. I would actually recommend you keep a bend, a micro bend. So now we're going to walk up to our hands and just lean over our thighs, keep a bend, and just roll it out. Move from side to side if that feels good. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to make this stretch a bit active. So as you can see, I'm coming onto the tip of my fingers and raising my head, but still keeping a bend. Now go ahead and slowly come down into a yogi squat, just rotating left and right, opening up your hips nice and gently. Ensure you take your time in this stretch. It's a lovely way to open up your hips, warm them up, and just give them what they need. Also great for your lower back. Now go ahead and come back up into standing, coming into this forward fold over your knees, rocking from side to side if it feels good, and tip of the fingers on the floor, straightening your legs before we come down onto the mat, onto our knees. Now go ahead and bring your right leg forward and set yourself up for this lunge, making sure that you're aligned. You don't need to push too deep here. You will get a nice stretch through your quads and your hip flexors. You can bring your hand onto the floor if it helps you. So as you guys can see here, I'm actually taking some rocks left to right. I love to do this in this stretch, but you can also keep it more static. Lovely. Now just take that leg back and bring your left leg forward and set up for your lunge, making sure everything is aligned. You can tuck your back foot under for balance and stability, or you can keep it flat on the floor. Now slowly get ready to release from this stretch, taking your last deep breath here. Well done. So now we're going to bring our right hip forward and set up for pigeon pose. First, we're just going to keep it nice and active on our fingertips, chest up. And when you're ready, you can drop onto your forearms. As you guys can see, I do like to take these very subtle, gentle rocks left and right. That just helps me in this stretch personally. You can try this as well. Now go ahead and gently come out of this pigeon pose. Bringing your left hip forward now, and just like before, we're just going to start off by keeping it active and tall with our chest open before we then come onto our forearms. So now we're going to gently come out of this stretch. Well done, guys. We're now going to come onto our stomach and lay flat. Align your hand with your chest, engage your glutes, and push all the way up if it's accessible for you, getting a nice back stretch. If that was too much, you can just come halfway, but make sure before you raise your arms and your chest, you are engaging your glutes to protect your lower back. And up if you can. Next one, we're going to come up and look over our right shoulder, bring it down, look over our left shoulder, and just repeat that for one more. Lovely. So now this variation, we're going to come up and just take our head back, looking up to the ceiling, and gently coming into child's pose, just to loosen up the back, release it from all that back stretching that we've just done. Now just take some deep breaths here, breathing into your lower back, releasing it from any tension. Now go ahead and lay on your back as we're going to take a figure 4 stretch. So I'm taking my left leg over my right knee and bringing my arms under to hold my shin. If this is too much, you can always take your hands underneath your thigh rather than your shin. Now go ahead and swap sides. We're going to go ahead and release the stretch slowly and gently. Now we're going to bring our feet, the soles of our feet together and come into happy baby and just take some rocks left and right. You can use your thumb and your finger to grab your big toe. And still taking some rocks. If this is not accessible to you, you can always just grab the bottom of your shins, wherever feels best for you to be able to take this movement. Now just take a last deep breath before we come out. Now we're going to set up for straddle. You don't need to be in your widest straddle. All we want to do here is just straighten our backs and try to get our forearms on the floor with our back as straight as possible. Again, if this is not accessible to you, you can always use a block under your forearms if you can't come down this low. But essentially, you just want to keep your back nice and straight and keep this stretch very active. Lovely. Now bring your feet together. Well done for getting this far if you did. And we're just going to stretch over our legs, get a nice little hamstring stretch from this. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for being here. This is my first long form video in 3 months and I'm just happy to be back. See you in my next video. Take care.